and welcome to Discover Oklahoma. I'm Lauren Nelson.
And I'm Dean O'Lally. Today we're coming to you from Keystone State Park near Sand Springs.
We're here to celebrate the kickoff of summer in Oklahoma. Keystone State Park is nestled between the sandstone bluffs and beaches of Keystone Lake, situated on the Arkansas River. The park is home to 3 marinas, nature trails, swimming areas, and so much more. Trust me, it's a must for your summer travel bucket list. We'll show you around throughout the program.
This is an absolutely wonderful place to vacation for a few days with your family, maybe explore the outdoors.
And take a trip to the city. Tulsa is just about 20 minutes away.
And if you happen to be in Tulsa, I have a place movie buffs like myself is an absolutely must-see. Come along with me now to the Outsiders House Museum. 2009, while on tour in Tulsa, rap artist Danny Boy O'Connor remembered,
Tulsa, why does that ring a bell? I thought, my God, I think The Outsiders was filmed and written here.
and he found the house.
And what happens is I create a hobby based off of finding this house. I took a photo out in front of this house that day.
Always having a love of pop culture, he kept coming back, and then it turned into a passion project for him. The house was in disrepair and he wanted to rescue it, so he bought it. Things evolved and kept moving forward, and finally,
The official opening of the museum, we cut the ribbon in August of 19. And I bought it in sometime in 2016. So it took like 3.5 years.
he spent years collecting memorabilia, driven by determination, love, and a goal to bring this house back to life.
I'm happy to tell you that we have the largest collection of movie screen-worn, movie memorabilia, one-of-ones, books, posters. There's no collection on earth that could even come close to what I have here. People thank me all the time for doing what I've done for this museum and this house, but in reality, the community and the fans have really built this place up for me.
This house is a significant part of pop culture history. The stellar cast was pretty much a group of unknowns at that time. But like any part of a museum like this, there are favorites. For a lot of female tourists, they always ask about Rob Lowe.
They want to see the towel. That is the #1 requested scene. And the #1 thing in my collection that's dearest and nearest to my heart is the Matt Dillon leather jacket that we ended up getting from S.E. Hinton.
From signatures on the walls to wardrobe, call sheets, books, records, almost any kind of memorabilia associated with the movie can be seen. And people come here from all over the world.
Australia, I've got people from New Zealand, I've got people from all over Europe.
We just had friends from Houston in town last week, and we brought them here, and we were here for 3 hours, and they were overwhelmed with the excitement and all the different adventures that they experienced here.
Yeah, you come in and there's this house on the corner and you're like, okay, that's interesting, and then you come inside and the authenticity of the clothes, the photographs, the signatures on the walls, and you can come here another day and there might be something different.
Before you leave, be sure and visit their impressive gift shop too. Tulsa is Danny's home now, but he has more plans for the future.
So I actively am looking for anything as it pertains to S.E. Hinton's legacy or the movies that she made from the books that she's written, and whether that's from Rumblefish, Tex, The Outsiders, what have you. The collection never stops growing. I never stop looking.
The Outsiders House Museum is located at 731 North St. Louis in Tulsa. They're open 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. on weekends and will accommodate scheduled tours during the week. Be sure to check out their website, theoutsidershouse.com.
All right, now we're going to go from classic movie history to stories of the early days in Oklahoma.
There's really so much to see and do when you take a road trip in our state. Right now, Dean Stein takes us to the Cherokee Strip Regional Heritage Center in Enid.
It's really a story of how people in this area started to live.
Told through these interactive exhibits inside the Cherokee Strip Regional Heritage Center.
Kind of traveling in time as you go.
The museum tells the story of the settlement and development of Northwest Oklahoma through its permanent collection here, beginning with the land run of 1893.
The 5 galleries showcase early settlers in Oklahoma after staking their claims. You can see this actual wagon used in the land run, along with other artifacts from that time. There's also a replica of a sod home with historic antiques inside.
There are, countless stories about the people in this region and what life was like.
Leroy Hinderleader and his wife Carolyn took a stroll through the exhibits for the first time.
That's what I've seen. It's just wonderful.
I had 3 generations that are families that were in this strip, the Cherokee outlet. I think it's important for people like myself who great-grandfathers and grandmothers were here. I think it's good for us to realize what they did and what was good for them, and it just makes us feel more attached maybe to the area.
The timeline uses sights and sounds to weave you through each phase of Oklahoma history. From the oil and gas boom to the establishment of higher education at Phillips University.
There's, touch screens where you can listen to different videos and hear, original recordings of people tell their stories about Northwest Oklahoma.
Once you make your way through the permanent galleries inside, head outdoors to the Humphrey Heritage Village. This living history village contains 4 original buildings dating back to the late 1800s.
The original land office from the land run of 1893 for the Enid Land District, the only surviving land office from any of the land runs in all of Oklahoma history is right here on our site.
You can also see a home, 1-room schoolhouse, and church.
All of these different kinds of buildings that show you a little different glimpse of life in the Cherokee outlet is all out there in that village.
Downstairs, the museum has a research center with historic photographs, research documents, and manuscripts, all open to the public. And before you leave, check out the temporary gallery. That rotates and features 3 to 4 different exhibits each year, giving you a reason to come back. Discovering Oklahoma and Enid, I'm Deanne Stein.
The Cherokee Strip Regional Heritage Center in Enid is open Tuesday through Saturday. You'll find them at 507 South 4th Street.
Coming up on Discover Oklahoma.
We do carry some specialty foods, and we'll kind of mix things in there just from local providers.
See what makes this shop more than just the pharmacy on the corner.
We're famous for our t-shirts. They're super, super soft, and they're all about Oklahoma.
Plus, one of the best spots for some sweet state swag.
They have really great healthy options, which is great, and everything kind of tastes a little different, which I like.
And a must stop for anyone on Route 66 in western Oklahoma, where to sample some of the best Mexican food around when Discover Oklahoma continues.
Imagine limitless possibilities with the Oklahoma Travel Guide. Imagine world-class wonderlands, road trips that inspire. Imagine date night elevated. Order your free guide at travelok.com. Imagine that.
Welcome back to Discover Oklahoma, coming to you from Keystone State Park, a great place for a getaway this summer. Book a cabin, camping, or an RV spot today.
As you are exploring our state parks this summer, we hope you'll stop long enough to do a little bit of shopping across Oklahoma.
And we always say to shop local, and a great little spot to do that is at Anderson's Pharmacy and Accents in my hometown of Lawton. Anderson Pharmacy and Accents in Lawton is a one-stop shop for everything you need to keep you healthy and so much more. It's hometown hospitality at its finest.
Over 20 years ago, it was Christy and I's dream that we start our own independent pharmacy, something that was special to the community, something where we could involve a lot of friends and family and be back home. And Anderson Pharmacy and Accents is about taking care of our friends, family, and the community.
Sean and Christy Anderson, both pharmacists, wanted to offer a place for folks in Lawton to pick up prescriptions, but also pick up a great gift.
We're a one-stop shop. It's kind of fun to come in and see, or while we're working, to see people come in and see their faces when they walk in the door and think, man, this is a pharmacy.
We have a lot of gifts we offer. We offer corksicles, one of our main gifts we offer. We also have a great selection of Capri Blue candles. We have furniture that we custom do. Just little odds and ends, quick gifts. Of course, our candy. Everybody loves to come in and just grab a box of candy on their way out.
We do carry some specialty foods, and we'll kind of mix things in there just from local providers.
While you're here, be sure to grab a pick-me-up at Veridian Coffee, located in the pharmacy.
In 2017, it was our 10-year anniversary at this location. And prior to having Veridian Coffee, we had put an old-fashioned soda fountain. But after 10 years, we just felt like it was kind of time for a change. I knew that Veridian was the right coffee shop to have an Anderson Pharmacy. Veridian does everything, hot, cold, espresso, you name it.
But what really sets Anderson Pharmacy and Accents apart from other places is their staff. They pride themselves in serving each customer with care.
What makes Anderson Pharmacy so special is the people that are here. And everybody can say that, but not everybody has a Gary Woodson or a Lucas Cootie or a Dana Anderson. Some of the people that we have here are just phenomenal. And we really worked hard to search those people out and get them in the right place, which is really here.
For everything you need from health and wellness to gifts and a great cup of joe, make a stop at Anderson Pharmacy and Accents.
It's not just a pharmacy. It's not about just getting your prescriptions here. It's also about coming in, having a great cup of coffee, and experiencing a really unique place that has some extraordinary gifts and some extraordinary people.
Anderson's Pharmacy and Accents is open 7 days a week. They're located at 5366 Northwest Cash Road in Lawton.
Oklahoma's cities and towns are full of mom and pop shops that could really use our support right now.
And Julie Chin is going to show us one that says they are proud to be locally sourced. Let's check out 1907 in Broken Arrow.
1907 isn't just the year of Oklahoma's statehood. In Broken Arrow, it's also a shop designed to celebrate our great state.
We are a small business that supports Oklahoma immensely. So if you like the state where we live, which if you're watching Discover Oklahoma, you probably do, there's bound to be something in here that you'll like.
Here you'll find cool, locally sourced, handcrafted items, everything from custom cutting boards to clothes.
We're famous for our t-shirts. They're super, super soft, and they're all about Oklahoma. There's buffaloes and arrows and feathers and dream catchers and a few Bigfoots, all the things that make Oklahoma, Oklahoma.
And all those famous tops are designed and produced right here at 1907's new location.
This is our new space. We are on the corner of Main and Fort Worth.
What looks like a big red barn is actually an old mechanic shop. You'll find the boutique up front, and just beyond these walls, production is underway. In addition to printing their own t-shirts, hoodies, tanks, and hats, 1907 laser engraves everything from tumblers to wall art. The store is staffed by a family of artists. Owner Bree and her mom and dad are always coming up with new, original ideas.
So now we have a full wood shop. My dad, growing up, was a master painter and stainer. He's making these really pretty whiskey barrel lids that we can customize. We do them for family. They make really fun Mother's Day presents, like whole family trees. And
Janet Dance is picking up a custom wood piece.
It is a cutting board shaped like the state of Oklahoma, and she engraved it. It's beautiful. It has their name on the front with it has an arrow and just a beautiful Oklahoma thing.
Janet comes here often for gifts, both for friends and family.
My husband is a big fan of t-shirts, and so he's always coming in and requesting what new designs they have. And he's got one coming up because his birthday's coming up.
The store also produces its own line of all-natural soap and jewelry. You'll find additional made-in-Oklahoma products here, too.
We have food because, like Janet said, we make gift baskets, and they're all Oklahoma companies. So honeys and salsas and barbecue sauces that we've curated from around the state. Okies are so friendly and thoughtful, and that's what I wanted my store to be. It's friendly and thoughtful, and just not like everybody else, because who wants to be like everybody else?
In Broken Arrow, I'm Julie Chin, Discovering Oklahoma.
1907 is located at 115 East Fort Worth in Broken Arrow. They're open Monday through Saturday, closed on Sundays.
Coming up on Discover Oklahoma.
It's extremely important to me. My family's been in Broken Arrow for over 115 years, and they've lived here and worked here at the same place
Take a trip back in time and explore northeastern Oklahoma history.
The secret to a successful restaurant is just being consistent and, we don't change our menu a whole lot.
And Mexican food that will make your mouth water. Where to find it, coming up right here on Discover Oklahoma.
Why order a free Oklahoma outdoor guide? Uncover unique wonders. Cultivate your curiosity. And wake up your wild side. Order or download your free copy today.
Welcome back to Discover Oklahoma. We're spending time at Keystone State Park in Sand Springs. We're standing in front of the community building. This is the perfect spot for a family or friends getaway. There's so much to see and do while you're here, but we're also close to the Tulsa metro area.
That's true, and if you do venture into town, we have a museum that you need to check out. Right now, Jason Grubbs is going to take us to Museum Broken Arrow.
A gift shop full of Oklahoma-made products greets you at the door at the Museum Broken Arrow. It's when you go upstairs, you go back in time.
And up here on the second floor is where we have all the permanent exhibit, which is the Broken Arrow history.
One of the first things you'll see when you walk in the museum is this original log cabin. It was built pre-Civil War in 1854. The family who built it here in Broken Arrow lived in it until the late 40s.
And it's been shrunken down a little bit to fit in here, but it is their original log cabin.
Learn about the Creek Indians in a room dedicated to the tribe. They're the original settlers of Broken Arrow. Another room highlights BA's long military history. Around the corner, the stories of cotton and coal. It's all more than hometown history for Cooper Rash.
It's extremely important to me. My family's been in Broken Arrow for over 115 years, and they've lived here and worked here at the same place.
His family's bank is still in operation today, Arkansas Valley State Bank. AVB sits next door to the museum, donating the land for its construction. You can see Cooper's great-grandfather at his desk, peeking through the window of the bank exhibit. The museum is home to the town's history and more.
The time and energy that went into building our community and the rich history that we have here.
History, which includes Hollywood. Jimmy Stewart's Western picture, Broken Arrow, premiered at a Main Street theater in 1950. Judy's in here too. You'll recognize her singing the music of Ralph Blaine, Broken Arrow's very own.
Have yourself a merry little Christmas.
It is an amazing place. I still walk in here and I still get chills when I look at certain things.
Everything in here has its own story. That includes this big old horse named Charlie. It rolled into town in the 1920s and stayed here for decades, but ended up going up the road to another town, and Broken Arrow residents did not like that.
And they moved Charlie to Coweta. Well, Broken Arrow got so upset that Charlie was gone that they actually did a big petition to bring him back home.
Another big piece of history for residents here is the town's annual festival. Rooster Days started in 1931, and it's still going on today.
Rooster Days has been around a really long time. It's the longest running festival in Oklahoma.
The Museum Broken Arrow, telling the stories of an Oklahoma town and preserving history for future generations.
Museums like this are the heart of all of our communities.
In Broken Arrow's Rose District, I'm Jason Grubbs for Discover Oklahoma.
You'll find the Museum Broken Arrow at 400 Main Street. They're open Tuesday through Saturday, closed Sunday and Monday.
Up next on Discover Oklahoma.
I think we'll say our food will be a little more Tex-Mex, a mixture of authentic and Tex-Mex.
Hit the Mother Road and fill up on some incredible Mexican food. Find out where when Discover Oklahoma continues.
Make a date with the great outdoors with the Oklahoma State Parks app. Explore trails, discover events, get deals, book lodging, campsites, and more. Download the Oklahoma State Parks app. Experience a state of wonder.
We've had such a great time here today at Keystone State Park.
And as we crisscross the state, planning our next group of stories, you know we're going to have to find a place to eat, and we found one recently. Come along with me now to this wonderful place. The food was fantastic. Let's go to El Patio Mexican Grill and Cantina in Elk City. The lady is Noel Melendez's mom. After her husband died, she decided to jump into the restaurant business in 2000 and take care of her family. And Noel, over the years, worked his way up from washing dishes to now owning 5 restaurants, 2 in Ponca City, 1 in Weatherford, Enid, and Elk City.
She had a lot of trust in me, she supported me 100% on everything, all the decisions I took. And
Today, El Patio continues to sizzle, and when customers leave, they feel nothing but satisfied and very full.
The secret to a successful restaurant is just being consistent and, we don't change our menu a whole lot.
And they have a rather large menu, too. The well-trained, very good staff has everything down to a science and art. Here are some customer favorites.
Our top three is Pollo Yucatan. One of our appetizers called Cielo Mar y Tierra. Cielo Mar y Tierra consists of grilled chicken, steak, and shrimp. And we top that with our white melted cheese, which is, everyone's favorite out of all of our locations. And our other top seller will be El Banquete. El Banquete consists of, steak, chicken, and shrimp, chorizo, and comes with a side of rice and beans and, guacamole, sour cream, tortillas. And just very, very classic Mexican dish. Our white queso is an absolute favorite to everyone.
So you may ask what kind of Mexican food this is.
Because of the market that we're in, our food needs to be a little more Tex-Mex.
I call it extremely good, authentic, flavorful Mexican food, and so do regular customers.
So the food is delicious. I love everything that I've ever gotten. They have really great healthy options, which is great, and everything kind of tastes a little different, which I like.
Noelle and the staff work very hard to make sure the food is consistent at all the restaurants.
I have been coming here since they've opened, and I also went to the one in Weatherford, so I have loved their food for years. So it's all good. Everything I've had is great.
Noelle says the restaurant is a package deal, starting with the great food and tasty drinks, of course, but it has everything else, including the decor, over which Noelle has complete control as he designs and picks out everything. And their patio, by the way, is an added feature. This is a place where people keep coming back, and why not? When you walk in, they greet you like family.
The minute you walk in the door, you feel welcome to a restaurant, or just the music just playing in the background. Everyone is happy to be working here and help customers.
Definitely the staff, the service, and the food is absolutely delicious, but they make you feel like you're at home when you walk in the door.
It's excellent. We enjoy coming here, and we come here pretty often, myself and everybody around this table. So it's great, it's fast, and we enjoy it.
El Patio Mexican Grill and Cantina is located at 301 Northeastern Avenue in Elk City. They are right off I-40. They are open 7 days a week, but check their Facebook page for the hours.
No matter where your next road trip takes you, the Discover Oklahoma Dining Guide will help you find a great place to eat. Just log on to our website, travelok.com, and click Request Free Brochures to get your copy. A big thank you to our friends here at Keystone State Park for hosting us this week. This park is right around 20 minutes west of Tulsa and is an incredible place for a summer vacation, family reunion, or friends weekend. You'll find 11 recreation areas. Fishing, hiking, and mountain biking are just some of the options for fun. And be sure to book an overnight stay in one of the cabins at the campgrounds or bring your RV. You can find out more when you download the Oklahoma State Parks app, or just go to the website travelok.com and click on State Parks.
So until next time, remember,
there's always something to discover in Oklahoma.